Welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart. I'm Dr. Jeff Gold, and I have the honor of serving here as the president of the University of Nebraska. And I am delighted to host this series where we connect with leaders across Nebraska and beyond who are making a difference in people's lives every day. Today, I am honored to be joined by Mayor John Ewing. And John, of course, is the mayor of the City of Omaha. Mayor Ewing was sworn into this office on June 9th of this year, following more than a decade serving as the Douglas County Treasurer. His lengthy career in public service also included 25 years with the Omaha Police Department, where he retired at the rank of Deputy Chief. Mayor Ewing's Omaha roots run very deep. This is where he was born and raised. This is where he earned two, not one, but two University of Nebraska degrees, raised his daughters, and launched a career in public service. And today we'll talk with Mayor Ewing a little bit about his background and experience, and then, of course, the key issues facing the City of Omaha, the state of Nebraska, and why strong city and state university partnerships are critical to Omaha's future and to the future of our university and the state of Nebraska. Mayor, it's great to have you with us today. And before we get into some of these key issues and partnership considerations, maybe you could talk about your journey into public service, because there are always, young women and young men, and maybe some like myself that are not quite so young, are always fascinated by how people had a career trajectory of service.
Sure. Well, thank you, Dr. Gold, for having me. And it's been an honor to serve the people of really this state for almost 44 years. I started with the Omaha Police Department after just a couple years of college at UNO. And I was a business major, actually, but I had some folks talk to me about joining the police department, and I joined the police department at 20 years of age, ultimately went back and finished my degree, then a master's degree as well. But I've been able to serve in a number of capacities with the police department, starting, of course, in uniform patrol, but then working my way up through the ranks. And one of the things I'm very proud of is I was able to, as the unit commander for the Special Victims Unit, get laws, 10 state statutes passed in Nebraska to protect some of the victims that I was seeing. So that still has an impact on people of Nebraska 23 years later. I also was able to, as a deputy chief, work as part of the state's homeland security efforts. So that was statewide. And then even after I became Douglas County Treasurer, I worked with the other 92 county treasurers and the state DMV to get legislation passed and be able to do online registrations across the entire state. Even as mayor of Omaha, I work cooperatively with the state senators, the governor, and others as we look at economic development that I believe will help us as a state be able to reduce some of our deficits that we're currently facing. So it's been an amazing career so far, almost 44 years, and I still love being able to serve the people of this state.
And I'm sure the best is yet to come. Well, so
Yes.
let's talk about some of the key issues, and I'd be very interested in your view on some of the workforce challenges that we're facing and how the university and the city and the state can really work together to address some of these challenges that we're facing.
From a legislative perspective, I'll start there because I believe all of us would benefit if we created the necessary incentives to be able to get companies to stay in Nebraska, expand in Nebraska, and even be able to recruit new companies. But also, just as important is being able to retain our workforce. And I think we can do that through creating opportunity. I think that's going to be the biggest opportunity for our workforce is to create more job opportunities, attract more companies here. But then UNO and UNL and some of the other educational institutions are doing a great job of educating our young people, but also coming up with certifications and other things that will make people employable much sooner than having to try and matriculate to a 4-year degree. So I think we have to be more flexible in our educational approach than maybe we've ever been so that we can get people prepared and upskilled. And I loved driving down Dodge Street one day and seeing a billboard with UNO talking about the programs that they have to upskill people and give people certifications. And I know that's a system wide thing, but I think that would be beneficial. And then we've got some partnerships that are starting as well, as you're aware of the partnership for AI with both UNO and UNL will be beneficial to the city of Omaha and our business community as well. So I think we just have to continue to reinvent ourselves because the world is changing every day and it's changing faster than it ever has.
Well, I know you've been very focused on the quality of life in the city. I know you and I worked together for many years when you were Douglas County Treasurer and really enjoyed that, and a lot of work in the area of mental health and corrections and other areas. But the quality of life and the experience, particularly for young couples that get rooted here and want to raise a family, are there initiatives that you're focused on just to glue them permanently into the community the way I've been glued into the community? You know, I
Yeah,
came here for the opportunity, but in many ways I stay here because of the amazing quality of life that I have.
absolutely. I think one of the first things we've done is with the streetcar. There was an opportunity to have about $100 million go toward affordable housing. I like to lead with a sense of urgency. And that $100 million was not going to be available until 2032 or 2033. We were able to work with a philanthropic organization to get $40 million worth of bonds. So we're going to start affordable housing now instead of waiting 7 or 8 years. So I think that's one of the critical things because affordable housing not only helps people at the lower end of the pay scale, but it also reduces the upward pressure on housing at all levels. So we think that's going to be critically important. We're also doing a lot with the urban core and making it more attractive to young people. That's a big part of the streetcar. It's fun, it's exciting, it's some of the things that other cities are doing, as well as our arts and entertainment arenas. We're doing a great job revamping some of those, creating new partnerships. And I think with those things, creating a quality of life, we're also going to do some amazing things with the philanthropic community, with our parks, trails, and outdoor spaces in Omaha to actually make it a more friendly, more walkable, more bikeable community and putting the amenities in communities so people don't have to necessarily drive for miles to get the services they need. And they can jump on the streetcar, and we're looking at that being part of our public transportation to get people downtown to the urban core.
So we here at the university have had an outward-looking approach for many, many years, and whether it's at the Med Center or UNO, whether it's in Lincoln or Kearney, it's always about what's good for the community and what we can do better together and how we can build solid partnerships. But these partnerships, from our perspective, are absolutely critical. Well, I want to congratulate you on serving as Omaha's mayor. I want to thank you for leaning forward. I know you and I met almost the day that you were elected and shared that excitement about what the future might be. And I look forward to having you back on one of these podcasts in the future. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you. And I would love the opportunity to come back as we make progress so we can show the people of Nebraska what we're doing and how we're contributing to Nebraska and the good life.
We'll make it happen. And to our audience today, thank you so much for watching this broadcast, and we'll be back with you soon with another one. All the best, and this is Jeff Gold signing off.